2016-344, State of Arkansas versus Caitlin Dawn Marlar. This is court's making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office to represent Ms. Marlar. This matter is for arraignment. Ms. Marlar's for arraignment on charges of residential burglary, Class B felony, and battery in the third degree at Class A misdemeanor. On those charges, how does she now plead?
Your Honor, she enters a plea of not guilty.
Plea of not guilty is noted on the record. Court's going to set this. This is on the Division 4 docket. I'm setting it for trial the week of May 22nd, pre-trial April 20th, and a reappearance on March 23rd, all of 2017. A bond has been set in this case in the amount of $15,000.
She's got two.
Are there any other matters to take
She's got
up?
two other revocations that they're getting signed today, so the bond may be permanent.
Your Honor, Mr. Chisholm just made me aware that there is a revocation that's about to be filed. Also, when I visited with Ms. Marlar yesterday, she made me aware of some things that I need to discuss with Mr. Chisholm. So bond is not going to be an issue at this time, Caitlin. Let me go to Mr. Chisholm with what we talked about yesterday, all right?
All right.
Nothing further, Judge.
You may be excused. State of Arkansas versus Katura Sanders. There's also 2015-398, the same defendant. The latter is a revocation proceeding. The court is making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office to represent Ms. Sanders. Ms. Sanders, do you have a name in addition to Sanders, last name?
Howard.
Is that a hyphenated name, so it's Sanders Howard, or is that your current last name?
That's my current last name, is Howard.
Okay. Is that the result of a marriage?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're currently married to Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Okay. So the records ought to reflect that, the name Howard. On the revocation case, which is 2015-398, she's in custody at the present time on a petition to revoke filed October 18th of 2016. That petition to revoke alleges that she failed to, in October 5th, she failed to report to an office visit with a supervising officer. She changed address without permission. That was October 10th, 2016, or thereabout. She had failed to pay supervision fees in that same time frame. Failed to pay on her court cost fines and fees, and was alleged to be evading supervision. All of those are allegations contained in the petition to revoke. On those allegations, how does she now plead?
Not true, Your Honor.
Believe not true is noted. Court will set that for hearing November 10th. On case 2016-345, the case where she's in that case she's charged with residential burglary, Class B felony, and theft of property. On those charges, how does she now plead?
Not guilty.
Plea of not guilty is noted. That case is assigned to the Division 3 docket of Judge Putman. Now, the revocation case is on my docket. The the court will, court's gonna set it down for reappearance in front of Judge Putman unless, there's a request to consolidate those two cases.
Your Honor, at this point, no, and here is the reason. There will be a conflict, obviously, because she is married to Mr. Howard. So I will be representing Mr. Howard, and Mr. Bailey will, as far as I know, assume the conflict of representing Ms. Sanders. So I'll leave that up to Mr. Bailey to decide if he wants to make that motion or not.
What about on the revocation? So far, the revocation doesn't include any of the allegations, the new criminal action. It's simply based on failure. I understand that the officer's probably getting ready to amend that. And so we need to examine whether there's a conflict on the revocation as well. But right now, it's set down for hearing on October 10th. There's room to adjust that if we're able. I'm supposed to be the judge hearing that revocation, and there exists no conflict at this time. Okay, I'm going to set 2016-345 down for reappearance in front of Judge Putman on November 3rd. Ms. Sanders is down for a $25,000 bond on the residential burglary new charges that she'll report a week from today in front of Judge Putman. And the bond, there's a no bond hold on her on the revocation, and I'm going to leave that in place. We'll hear that case on November 10th. All right. Ms. Howard, you may be excused.